What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey. Today we're going to be talking about the Demelo extension that was signed yesterday. He is back for 4 more years at a cap hit of $4.9 million. He had a career year last year, really played well, was able to put up a very good points amount for the career amount of points, 31 points, 3 goals, 28 assists. That was a career year for Dylan Demelo in the NHL. A really good year for him. Analytically, he's still one of the best defensive defensemen in the NHL and has cemented himself as Josh Morrissey's #1 pairing defenseman on that #1 pairing for Winnipeg. And, you know, I like this deal. I think it is a little bit of an overpayment, but at the exact same time, the NHL market is currently changing. There's a lot going on with players that are going to be getting more money like this, and the defensive market this year is probably going to see a lot of overpays. And honestly, I think this contract, while it is a little bit of an overpay in my opinion, I think it's going to work out well for the Jets in the long term with other contracts that are going to be given out in similarities in a couple of days, obviously, with more trades coming up and free agency coming up very, very soon. But at the end of the day, this was a move the Jets needed to make. It looked like Brendan Dillon is 100% walking. Nate Schmidt is probably going to get bought out. I hope Neil Pionk is either bought out or traded as well. The Jets really need to work on improving their defense. You know, they finally were able to get it up to a better than, you know, having Nathan Beaulieu be your #1 defensive option for a couple of games there a few years ago when they acquired Dillon and Schmidt. And, you know, they both kind of worked out well in Winnipeg in hindsight. You know, Schmidt got worse every year he played, but was still serviceable. And Brendan Dillon, actually, you know, every year he was here, he got better, in my opinion. And, you know, you really saw that last year. So even though Dillon is walking, the Jets really need to improve their defense. And keeping Dylan Demelo, in my opinion, was one of the, you know, more important first steps to make. You know, keeping a guy that is defensive like that locked up and that is reliable, that wants to be here, is very close with Morrissey, who is, you know, the longest tenured player, actually second longest tenured, I guess it would be third longest player because Scheifele and Hellebuck have, you know, those matching deals. But nonetheless, this is a guy that wants to be here, who's been here for a while and really likes this team and has bought into this, you know, group and the message. And I think that it's important that they keep him, not only because of that, because he's a key leader in the room, but because his play on the ice is really good. And he had a career year last year. And I think Dylan Demelo can be at a 30-point level pretty consistently. He's got a good shot. He's got good offensive reads. His defensive game is his specialty. And when you play with Morrissey and he does so much offensively, you know, you can be a bit more defensive and not have to focus on that area as much. But nonetheless, I really think that this was the right move for the Winnipeg Jets. It's a great, the term, in my opinion, is perfect. 4 years is great, especially where he is with his age. If it was longer than that, I'd definitely be worried. But 4 years at 4.9, I really don't think it's that bad of a contract. It might be a slight overpay. I would have probably done 4 or 5 if I was Chevy. That's what I'm pushing for. But at the end of the day, it seemed like Dylan Demelo was one of those guys that a lot of franchises was very interested in and was hoping would go into free agency. So I think that the Jets knew that. I think that Dylan Demelo's camp knew that, and I think that's why they took the offer that they did from Winnipeg. Is that if I wouldn't be surprised if there was a team out there that was offering, you know, Dylan Demelo $5.2 million potentially for next season. I wouldn't be surprised. His defensive metrics are off the chart, and teams realize that. And I think the Jets realized that as well, and that's why they, you know, ponied up and paid him a bit more and almost gave him, and, you know, under $5 million for him is probably in the ballpark still, like. But I think he could have gotten more than that in the open market. So I'm really glad the Jets were able to get this done so quickly. It's crucial for their success next season is keeping Dylan Demelo out and then still improving the defense. Obviously, you can't settle. So that's going to be the big thing. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, peace and positivity. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stay up to update with all things on Winnipeg Jets hockey. Thanks so much for watching. Peace and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! And I will see you guys in the next one.